I got the engine mounts built. If you want to see how I done it, stick around. I mean, you don't want to miss it. You just don't. Yeah. It might be fiberglass, but stick around because we're about to make sparks fly. Hey guys, welcome back to Rat Rod Bob's School of Rat Rodology and little shop where dreams come true. Now that I got the engine and transmission in the exact spot it needs to be, it's time to build engine transmission mounts. Hey, I'm getting it. I just ain't got it yet. After some highly classified scientific rat rod calculations, I got the engine mounted, got engine mounts built, tacked in. I weld them solid. When I break it down, get the frame by itself, I'll weld it up solid, but for now it's tacked. Good enough for now. Get her done. Yep, got them both. I got the engine forward, fan close to the radiator. I got the engine level. It's all good. Next up, transmission mount. We got a mess in here. I mean, they welded, well, it's a good thing they just tacked this stuff in because it's not even right. It needs to be cleaned up, put in the right spot. You see that one on that side, I need to go this way a little bit. The transmission mount, the whole thing needs to go forward because the mount goes right there. You can see that one on that side is further back than this one. So I'm glad they just tacked them in because it's all got to come out. If you look from the back, that one don't look too bad, but this one is angled this way, so that's not good. I don't like that. Yeah, we got to work on that. This, I had this bumper brace. Well, I got it turned upside down now. Spare tire hanger and bumper brace. It spreads the back of the frame out. I had it out at one time, but since I'm doing all this, I need the frame back here at the right width, so I had to stick that back in and hold that frame, because when I take it out, the spring goes zoop, closes up. And actually I had to use my hydraulic jack to jack that frame out. It's pretty stiff to put that piece back in. But yeah, I mean, I got it bowed the back of the frame, but I just stuck that in to hold the frame width right while I'm doing all this. You see, when I spread it back out, the transmission mount pulled out, so yeah. But it's gonna be fine. And when I move it up, the frame's a little bit more narrow up that way anyway, so if nothing else, I put some spacers on the frame to get that mount right width. It's gonna be great. The first thing I need is a mount. Yep, more rust. I need to put some penetrating oil, something, keep this thing from rusting until I get it painted. Something, need something on it. Hey guys, I'm still on a quest for 100,000 subscribers. I ain't near about got there yet. And don't forget, subscriptions are free all week. You guys remember a few months ago, I done a review on this BestArc 65 amp plasma cutter. And I've been using that to cut motor mounts and stuff here lately. Works great. I mean, it's really great. A big improvement over a Cut 50, by the way. But BestArc contacted me and said, you think that one's great? Check this one out. An 80 amp plasma cutter. Significantly bigger. Look at the cutter torch. Compared to the 65 amp, look at that one. Yeah. Huge. Of course, the consumables probably cost more. Maybe harder to find because it's a new thing, 80 amp. The 65 takes the same consumables as a Cut 50, but the 80, not. They're bigger, so there's that. We're gonna try it out. BestArc has got the best user manual. It tells you how to cut metal. I try to tell everybody this that wants to know how to use one. When cutting, make sure the sparks are exiting from the bottom of the workpiece. If sparks are spraying up on the workpiece, you're moving the torch too fast or you don't have enough amp set. Hold the torch vertical and watch the arc as it cuts along the line. Yeah, the sparks are spraying up, you're going too fast, basically. Turn it wide open. I always cut mine wide open. Tells you how to pierce. Hold it on an angle and start and rotate up a little bit to blow a hole through. Yeah, this is great. Good manual. Has the 110 adapter, so you can plug it into 110, no problem. Of course, you only get like 30 amps, maybe 40 at the most on 110, cut up to maybe 1/8 inch, something like that. It is a pilot arc. So BestArc has got these air filters already made, built, bolted on, all that good stuff. So I got some clean, dry air going into it anyway, even though it's a filter, I got clean air going in, about 100 pounds. And I can adjust it right here, supposedly. We're gonna see. So I got a variety of test pieces. One, motor grader blade, Caterpillar motor grader, cutting edge. Really, really hard, high carbon. So high you can't even weld it, but we're gonna see if we can cut it. That's about 3/8 thicker, probably thicker than 3/8. I got some 1/4 inch plate right there. I got some 1/2 inch plate. And I got the camshaft that I cut with the 65 amps, so we're gonna cut it. So I got it turned up. I got amps, I got it wide open. I like to cut wide open. I got my air pressure cranked up wide open. I got my regulators on the wall about that, so we're good. I got the post flow set at 5 seconds. You know, this is pilot arc, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that works. I can go up more if I want, up to 15 seconds. But I like 5, 4 or 5 is good with me. I got a good clean spot for the ground clamp. I'm gonna use the training wheels. I call them training wheels. And see if I cut that line right there. First cut, 1/4 inch. Guess I want to get my welding hood on. Well, it's not too straight. Man, it cuts right through that. I'm talking about lickety split. No slag, none. Nada. Wonder if it'd cut faster. Let's find out. Yep. 1/4 inch, no slag. Check that out. Ooh, this thing is bad to the bone. I'm talking about. Let's try some thicker metal. Here's 1/2 inch. The 65 amp will cut that. It don't like it, but it'll cut it. A cut 50 will barely gnaw through that. Let's see what this one will do. Look at that. Clean cut, hardly any slag, very little. And that was the first time I cut. I could probably even cut even better than that with a little more practice. Yeah, 1/2 inch right there. But wait, there's more. So I got the grater blade. This is really high carbon, and that's a 1/2 inch thick, I would say, right there. Probably a little thinner on the edges. But this is really high carbon. I'm talking about so high you can't even weld this stuff. I don't know if you know anything about grater blades or not, but tough stuff. Let's see if we can cut that. Yes. So yeah, it'll cut it. Minimum slag. That's bad to the bone right there. One minute. I know to cut this camshaft in half, but I'm gonna do it anyway, just say I did. It says it's cut up to 1 inch. I don't know if it's a clean cut 1 inch, but it says it cut 1 inch. That's probably more than an inch across there. So yeah, it's bad to the bone I'm talking about. And naturally, I want to make parts instead of just cutting up metal. So let's see, I need 5. Need 5 long. First thing I do, get that good straight edge there. Let me see if I can do it on my straight edge. Let me get a good straight cut right there. Let me square it off first. All right, right there. Let's see, I need a good spot for the clamp. Hopefully that's good enough. See, I'm gonna follow through right there. About like that. I'm going to blow a hole through it. Perfect cut. I need 2.5 wide by 2.5 by 5 is what I need for my transmission mount. Right there. So I'll make this cut first. Look at that. Hardly any slag whatsoever. Good clean cut. Perfect. Now I need some slotted holes, and that's gonna be a trick. I'm gonna try it though. So my transmission mount, I gotta put some holes in it for that to go through. And this is gonna weld to the cross member. And what's gonna happen there. So let's see, I need some slotted holes. Give me a little bit of adjustment in case I need it. I'm going to blow a hole through it. Yeah, I think that might work. Take my Dremel tool, clean it up a little bit. It'll be good enough for a rat rod. 80 amp plasma cutter. I remember back in the early 2000s, the plasma cutter, just like a 30 amp one, man, those suckers cost a fortune. I'm talking about, they was way up, a couple thousand. I don't even remember, a lot, it was a lot. So that was 20 years ago. So 20 years later, they come down a lot. So I think this one's 400 something, it's close to $500, this one. But if you want to cut heavy stuff, man, this one will do the job. You hear me? You see what it'll do. It's got a long torch too. Let's see what we got. $16-foot torch. Ten foot ground. Just so you know. And it's got some air hose. I don't know why we got that sent that, but it's got it. And two sets, two tips and two. So it got two sets of consumable extra, but what's in the torch? So you got three, one in the torch and two more. Yep, BestArc 80 amp. As usual, I'm gonna leave a link in the description if you want one, or go check them out. So that's what my piece looks like after I got done with it. Hey, it ain't perfect, but who cares? It's a rat rod. Good 1/4 inch thick, it's gonna work. We've got these big flange nuts on it. It's gonna be great. Now I gotta remove these rusted up cross members, transmission mount, all that stuff. I'm so glad they just tacked it in because it ain't even right. So we gotta get it out, clean it up, and put it in the right place. So do the transmission mount. Got them brushed up a little bit. I'm gonna put some rust killer on them. I don't know who was building this car, but I'm sure glad they stopped when they did. I mean, I thought my welding was bad, but, well, I guess mine is bad, but theirs is a little bit worse. Yeah. It's a good thing they stopped building this car when they did, because it was gonna wind up being terrible. Man, you talking about dirt dauber weld. I wouldn't even call that a gorilla weld because that don't look too strong. That's just dirt dauber there. Yeah, rust killer next. I'm just gonna spray some of this crud cutter, rust X, rust converter, and my spray gun and spray it on. It's like same thing as OSPO, whatever you call it. Same. Yep, smells the same. So I wire weld these guys, put some rust kill on it, let it sit overnight, sprayed some gloss black Rust-Oleum on them. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Hey guys, look at what I done went and done. Engine mounts are gonna be great. I was gonna start with something like that. I bolted that in there and I was gonna build off of it. And then after a little more highly classified scientific rat rod calculations, I decided to do them like this. One piece, easier, better. I like it more. Got room for a steering box right there. With an oil filter relocator, no doubt, but it'll work. I got the engine sitting on the engine mounts. They're suspended animation. No blocks under it. Same with transmission. Of course, I got it chained up, but still it's suspended. The rear is sitting, frame sitting on the axle, so it's not suspended animation. It's just animated. Hey, I think this might work. Yeah, this is gonna be great. I just got the body clamped on right now to hold it up in position till I get it mounted. So that's why the clamps are there, by the way. Hey, I almost got a roller. I got a block under the rear end pinion shaft. If it wouldn't be for that, I'd have a roller, but we almost got a roller. Just ain't there yet. We getting it, we just ain't got it yet. Yeah, rear end just sitting on the frame there. Got to build that. I need a rear end. Got to have a rear end soon, like really soon. By the way, when I get all the weight in the front, the front's gonna go down another inch. Yeah, if not, I'll take a leaf spring out. I want it to get down about another inch lower, and it'll be perfect. The rear is gonna probably come up an inch or so. So you can kind of figure it's kind of level now. It's gonna be a little bit California rake. A little bit, not much, a little bit. So hopefully the next video, I get in and put all those parts back in. I just paint it black and get the transmission mount done. And so I can move on to something else. So yeah, I gotta get that next. Next video, transmission mount. Man, that's a lot of work. I'm taking the rest of the weekend off with pay. Appreciate you. See you next time.